Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, Ohio head coach Brian Smith reportedly fired over romantic relationship with undergrad and public intoxication. Now, the first post I seen said, now we know the real reason, as if they had covered up why he was fired. So now don't try to out Sherrone more and tell why he fired, but then not try to tell why Brian Smith fired. So this level the playing field because for one, got a regular old name, Brian Smith. And two, he's a white guy. So now we see black men and white men. So back to the lesson that I tried to tell y'all black women who are divesting is men gonna be men. And the only thing that's gonna change a man is his core values and his belief system. Don't matter what his color is. I see white guys cheat on their wife every day, just like I see black guys cheat on their wife every day. So it don't matter. But here's the thing. Here goes Smith, 45, was fired after administrative review revealed serious professional misconduct and participating in activities that reflect unfavorably on the university. Somebody call Ohio University, tell them, bring me that job. Bring me that job. Verified, vetted, and faithful husband of 18 and a half years is ready for that job. Now, yes, it'll be a 50 to 90% pay cut, but hey, these young men need real role models. And I just don't understand. But see, this is the problem. I'm going to tell you what it is. When you let a guy who ain't never been nothing, never did nothing, never seen nothing, never had no women get into a position of power, he don't know how to act. People try to say money don't change you. Money changes you. Y'all stop with that quote of money show more of who you are. No, because you couldn't be that. Brian Smith and Sherrone Moore couldn't be what they are today before they had money. That money changes you. I ain't never seen somebody get money and stay the same. Whether they was humble before or whether they was arrogant before. Money changes you because it changes your environment. It changes your access. It changes your outlook. Your vantage point changes. So when your vantage point changes, you're going to change by default, because nobody who got money and is arrogant was arrogant before they had money. Money helped them get to that place. Now you got some people like that, but that's what you got to realize is that money put you on a different level. So him getting a little bit of bread, he maybe was at $500,000, maybe $1 million, something like that. And here he go. And when you see how the man look, don't nobody want that man. Don't nobody want that man. So you know that wasn't nothing but the money did that. Cause they don't want that man. It ain't a woman in this world got that a description of that man on her list. It's not a woman in this world that say, I want me a man who look like he eat cornflakes while bothering somebody's kids. Like nobody in the world said that. And so that lets you know it's about that money. And so what y'all guys, I'm going to have to start a course on YouTube or something like that, because we got the red pill idiots who are lames and never had no women and never don't know nothing about women and be teaching guys about looks maxing and how to get a woman. It's like, boy, you lame. Boy, you lame. Boy, the women ain't never want you. So I'm going to have to, as a man who done been out there, do a course and classes and videos on these guys to help them understand how not to be a sucker. Because don't you think it's women want me to be a sucker right now? As a God-made millionaire, as a devout Christian, as a self-proclaimed faithful husband, don't you think they want me to be a sucker? They want to prove to themselves and the rest of the world that Tony Gaskins is a liar. And Tony Gaskins is just like every other man, and Tony Gaskins is a cheater. Don't you think they want that? Absolutely. There's some scallywags out there want that. But guess what? They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it because I know what to look for. I know what to look for. And I ain't bragging or nothing like that, because anybody could be tipped and anybody could fall. But guess what? Before I fall, I go to my wife and talk to my wife and say, baby, I'm in the test of my life. So I don't know what we got to do. Take my phone. I don't know. I'm going to need you to walk around naked all day. I don't know. Whatever we got to do. Let's go to the Mount Kilimanjaro. Like, we got to do something because I got to beat this test. Like, I'm not finna swan dive in no Kootenai, no Guava Lake. For what? But see, when you ain't had nothing, when you ain't did nothing, when you ain't been nothing, when you ain't seen nothing, you get a little power, get a little position, don't know how to act. Lose your mind. Now, y'all, I had a call. I'm back to back on my coaching sessions. The link in the description. Discounted, steeply discounted. But just because we in a recession, and so I'm trying to help as many people as I can. And my call ended early. So, oh, you know what? I might not have no call right now, actually. I don't think I got no call right now. And so, yeah, y'all give me 1 second. Yeah, I ain't got no call right now. Y'all got me a little time. Y'all let me cut my light on. So let me tell you. So here we got Brian Smith. Mr. Nasty. So here we got Mr. Nasty. Yeah, I ain't got no call. That was that session right there. We already did that session. To God be the glory. I ain't gonna be on here for super ever because I still got some other work to do. But I got the night before the fight come on, do my little work. So yeah, and y'all forgive my wife text me. So here we got Brian Smith, Mr. Nasty. Let me get back to this here article and read what old B. Smith got going on. See what old B. Smith got going on. This on Yahoo Sports. Let me see. Sports, Brian Smith. 19 hours ago. Let us see here. Let us see. Oh, good. Just so y'all know, I ain't telling y'all a lie. Y'all leave that Metro alone. Metro be dropping all kind of serves on y'all probably. Fired. Ohio University fired the head football coach Brian Smith for cause. Now, and yes, y'all, a black man can read. So I know you got a lot of podcasters out here, a lot of stuff like that, can't read and be trying to run their mouth doing all that talking because they can't read. But y'all sit back, relax, and understand that yes, although I'm country, although I ain't got no college degree, I can write books. Go to Amazon and check that for yourself if you don't believe it, and I can read. Ohio University fired head football coach Brian Smith for cause after just one season. This man ain't last one season. After one season now, he ain't even get to season number 2. So guess what? Sherrone Moore did better than that. So here you got Brian Smith done crashed out. The school announced Wednesday Smith 45. Now this man that I just looked at do not look 45. This man look a minimum of 55 to 58. Was fired after an administrative review revealed serious professional misconduct and participating in activities that reflect unfavorably on the university. On Thursday, multiple reports citing public records uncovered details about that misconduct, which reportedly included Smith's romantic relationship with an undergraduate student and his alleged public intoxication. In a notice of termination letter dated December 12th, Smith is accused of extramarital affairs, including one with an undergraduate student at the Ohio University Inn that was witnessed by a player's parent. Ooh, ooh, ooh. According to The Athletic. Now, I got a homeboy who write at The Athletic. I'm trying to get me a Tony's Coach's Corner over there at The Athletic so I can start writing and commenting on some stuff. Smith's lawyer, Rex Elliott, wrote in a response letter dated December 16th that Smith and his wife had already separated and were in the process of getting divorced when Smith began a consensual relationship with the student. They always try to say that right there now. Which Elliott stressed was not an extramarital affair. Smith's lawyer, Rex Elliott. Rex, you're a liar. And I could tell because your name is Rex. Anybody named Rex gonna have a lie or two for you. As reported by The Athletic, Elliott also wrote, according to the Post, that Smith ended the relationship when he learned she was a student. Yeah, right. Smith broke off the 4-month relationship with the student in early November. It's like, Smith, this is a student. Like, why are you dealing with somebody, even if she's not a student, why are you dealing with somebody that's student age with your old behind? Your old frugly behind. Frugly is raggedy and ugly and fraggly. It's like, here you is, look like Mr. Rogers' alter ego. Why is you dealing with somebody that's of that age bracket? Sir, your butt is too old. Yours too old, sir. Per The Athletic, Smith was reportedly living at the Ohio University Inn while he was searching for more permanent housing. During that time, he encountered a player's parents while he was in the company of a 41-year-old woman. Nah, this is a 41. Smith's lawyer wrote, according to The Athletic, is the 41-year-old a student? Maybe she 40. Maybe we got a 41-year-old student. Also in the termination letter, Smith was accused of acting intoxicated and smelling strongly of alcohol during a public appearance, although the university reportedly didn't provide specifics on the occasion. Ohio Athletic Director Slade Larshid. Slade. So we got a Rex and a Slade. White people, calm down. Y'all calm down. Y'all do it too much. That's why y'all sons be out here acting a fool. Rex and Slade. Come on now. Well, we got a Brian acting a fool, so I can't say too much about that. But it's power in the name now. And other administrators met with Smith on November 24th over an allegation that he had violated a university and contractual policy related to alcohol and other drugs, according to his personnel file that was obtained by The Athletic. But The Athletic doing all the reporting. Yahoo Sports, what did y'all do on this here article? Smith reportedly acknowledged storing alcohol in his office desk drawer that he had consumed alcohol in his office after normal business hours. Remember what I told y'all about Sherrone Moore? Positioned but not prepared. Positioned but not prepared. People get in over their head when they should have remained an assistant coach for life. They accept a head coaching job and they not built like that. They not built for that level. And so, ladies, when you get you a man, don't let him get beside himself. Don't let him get in a role that you know his character is not ready for. Speak into his life and say, hey, I think you ought to just focus on being an assistant a few more years. It's a few more things to learn, to grow, to develop. It's not time yet. Like, sometimes what happens is they such a good assistant that they look like they're a great candidate for a head coach, but a head coach is different. It's a different level. It's a different beast, and everybody ain't got that. After normal business, he also, per the Athletic, acknowledged that on occasion, a few assistant coaches all over the age of 21 joined him privately in his office after games for a single drink of bourbon. But it was intoxicated, what? This is a direct violation of Ohio University employee policy. Smith also received a formal reprimand in a letter from Larshe on November 25th. You further acknowledge that you were initially unfamiliar with the policy, but now understand its requirements. You affirm your commitment to comply with university policy moving forward and recognize that consuming or storing alcohol on university property is strictly prohibited, it said on November 25th, in the November 25th letter via the Athletic. Future violations of University Policy 41.133 or other university policies may result in further disciplinary action up to and including termination of your employment. You are expected to fully comply with all university policies and maintain professional conduct at all times. Man, talk about a crash out. I wonder if he got head damage, because some of this stuff don't be making sense. I'm like, did you play football, sir? And was in doing bull in the rain with the rest of us? Because, like, this don't make sense. Like, you got reprimanded, too. Like, already got you a reprimand letter telling you that you're not supposed to be storing alcohol and drinking alcohol on the premises. And then here you is on the premises drinking alcohol and then gonna invite your assistant coaches so that they can't snitch. Trying to incriminate all of them. Not everybody fired. In the response letter, Smith's lawyer claims that the coach was never drunk at an Ohio University event. The day after Elliott's response to the termination letter, Smith was fired for cause. Elliott released a statement on Wednesday afternoon saying, "We vigorously dispute the university's grounds for termination and plan to fight to protect Smith's good name." It's a wrap. It's a wrap, sir. It's a wrap. The university too big. This university ain't trying to mess up your name. You messed up your own name. You got alcohol on your breath at the event. You done got reprimanded. You in the office drinking. You're a fool. You is a slap fool, sir, and you need to go to AA. You need to, Brian Smith, get out my comments with your fake account. Shut up, because I know you're already down there with that fake account, and take your behind to rehab, sir. You need to go to rehab. That's ridiculous. You up there to the office drinking? Woo! Boy, I tell you. Statement from the attorney of former Ohio University football coach Brian Smith, who was fired for cause today. We vigorously dispute Ohio University ground for the termination for cause of Coach Brian Smith. He is shocked and dismayed by this turn of events, and we plan to fight this wrongful termination to protect his good name. Coach Smith is an ethical man who has done an exemplary job for the university. He wants nothing but the best for the players, coaches, and the entire Bobcat community. I think we were the Bobcats when I was in college. Rex Elliott. I can't even trust an attorney named Rex Elliott. I ain't even gonna be able to do it. Rex, no. And Rex know that Brian, listen to me. Y'all DM this to Brian. Brian, listen. Let it go. Rex scamming you. Rex trying to run your pockets. Because Rex know you done made a little money in your career. And he know that you like to tip you a little bottle. And you like to have your little prostitute or two. But he know that account still got some money in it. And Rex struggling right now, sir. So Rex trying to run your pockets to fight this right here losing battle. Because you finna lose this, sir. You fired with cause. You got alcohol on your breath. You have an inappropriate relationship. Sir, don't drag it out. Don't drag it out. Send you a statement apologizing for your indiscrepancies and your lack of discretion, and go on about your business. Go on about your business. Go get your community college or a D3 job, and then work your way back up. Maybe by the time you're 55, you'll be a D1 head coach again. God bless you. Keep your head up, sir. But go on, let this go, because you finna spend $1 million fighting a dead end fight, and it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Ohio University fired football coach Brian Smith 4 calls following an administrative review of allegation. Smith was placed on leave December 1st. Sources previously told The Athletic they were surprised and in the dark regarding Smith's suspension. After taking over as an interim head coach last season following the departure of Tim Albin, leading the Bobcats to win in the Cure Bowl, Smith was named the team's full-time head coach for the 2025 season. See, he was a glorified assistant that became an interim head coach and went and won a game on the back of Tim Albin's hard work. And so then they going to name him the guy. They're going to name him the guy. And look, they over here promoting Sagamore Rye. I might have to try me a little sip. Old Brian. They say, let's put this over here, says Brian Old Alkey. Ohio performed well under Smith, going 8-4 during the 2025 campaign. That earned the team a bowl game against UNLV, which is set to be played December 23rd. But Smith will not coach the team in that contest. On December 1st, he was placed on indefinite leave by the university. Defensive coordinator Josh Hauser was elevated to interim head coach following that decision. John, be careful, boy. Don't get up here and do the same thing Brian did. So, John, if you got your little side piece, you got your little activity going, because you probably was in that office drinking with Brian, John, you better get your life together, boy, because this your opportunity to be the head coach. Get your life together. The school said Wednesday its search for a new head coach will begin immediately. Prior to coaching at Ohio University, Smith held a number of assistant and coordinator jobs across college football. He had 3 separate stints at Hawaii and has served as either an offensive coordinator or offensive positions coach at every stop before being elevated into his first head coaching position with Ohio this season. Look at that. Well, for y'all divestors, y'all got y'all a white man at the helm who decided to be just as stupid as Sherrone. So there we have it. Fellas, y'all got to get this thing together, man. Y'all got to get this thing together. Because it's getting bad out here. It's getting bad out here. It's getting bad out here. So you got to realize, like, it's time to get it together, fellas. Like, I don't know what you're gonna have to do. Like, you really have to. And see, this is the thing. And I heard somebody take my example and use it. But this is what I do. When I'm feeling tempted, I feel like cheating, what I do is I sit and I picture my wife walking out the door. I picture and I sit in my head and I read the headlines. I read this gossip blog, that gossip blog. I go through in my head and I read all the comments. I sit and I read them comments and I go through. I read all the comments from my supporters. And I see all of the, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. No, not Tony Gaston. No, we ain't got no more hope left. No, this can't be true. What did his wife do? I can't believe this. Is this AI? And then all of the simps. They be calling me a simp, but they really the simps. All of the simps in there. I told y'all. He was out here just doing that for money. I told y'all. And I go through all the comments. I go through all the articles, all the headlines. I go through it for weeks. And this only in a few seconds that I'm doing this, but it's up for weeks. And I go to all the YouTube channels and everybody that's doing a reaction video, just like I just did. the brine. And like I did, I got my whole series on Sherrone, and so I go through all of that. I see the yellow couch sitting over there with his arranged marriage talking about me. I see the single podcasters sitting around at their tables talking about me. I see the pastors that I done called out for divorcing their wife talking about me, preaching about me, talking about touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm, and misappropriating scriptures. I go through all of that in my mind. And guess what? It ain't worth that little nut. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Because listen, this the thing about it right here. Unless you on a drug or some kind of alcohol, you're not finna last longer than 30 seconds in something new. Let's be honest about that as men. You get in something new, you got 30 seconds to 90 seconds of glory, and then a lifetime of shame. Let's be all the way honest. A lot of times women don't understand when they be, because I think Missy Elliott had a song called Minute Man. Every man is a minute man. The only man who not is a man who just had a release before he got in that woman. And so now he done bought himself a little stamina. Or a man who is on a drug, a pill, or some type of alcohol. Like a certain type of alcohol that do it for his body. Other than that, that's why they call it wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Because that's all you really got is wham, bam, and then you done. I remember in college, I went over there, young lady, went to get something going, and I think it was a ritual. It was a rush, like rushing for the sorority, because all of these white girls was calling me to their room. And as soon after it go to get started, they'll say, no, I can't do it. And so it was either the size or it was either just a rush. Like they had to let a black man, they had to do something with a black man. Because this back in the day, and this in West Virginia. And they used to do crazy stuff 20 years ago to get into sororities and fraternities. They don't do all that today, but back then that mess was crazy. Like people would die off some of the stuff they would do. And they would do real stupid stuff, and it's really comprised of a bunch of lames. So it's like revenge of the lames. And so when you get online and you trying to get in, the lames that's holding the door, they finna make you pay. And no disrespect to all y'all that's in there that feel like you're not a lame. I'm just telling you from the outside looking in, y'all look like lames. So just get out your feelings, stay out my comments, shut up, because you will get blocked. And so I didn't know what was going on. But the good thing about it was I'm already done. Oh, no problem. I'm already done. And so that's what a lot of women don't realize. And this what guys fail to realize too. And that might be why Brian was on that alcohol like he was, trying to get him some stamina with that student he was with. And I'm hoping he wasn't with no 41-year-old student, but that would make it a little bit better. But so here go the thing. So Brian was on that alk, trying to get him a little more stamina, so that when he get in there, he at the Holiday Inn, he could last a little longer. But you have to really think about that as a married man. And they trying to say they were separated going through a divorce. Yeah. That'll be my same excuse. Somebody bring up something I did. Oh, me and my wife wasn't together right then. She hadn't did something, and I hadn't did something. That's like Dwayne Wade and Ludacris did on Gabrielle Union and Doxy. They talking about it was a break baby. Yeah. That's what they all say. And I'll say the same thing. That's a good line to use. We weren't together. And it might be true. Maybe they is separated. But why you think they separated? Wife caught him tricking off. That's why. Wife caught him tricking off, being an alcoholic, being egotistical, talking to her like trash, mistreating her, dogging her out. That's why they was going through a separation, because he was already off his rocker. He was already, the power went to his head. How you get to the highest point in the land, and this when you want to lose your wife on your first head coaching job? You'd have been all in Hawaii on multiple different stints. You all around the country doing these little odd end jobs as a coach. Now you get a head coaching job, and now you want to lose your wife? Come on, man. Come on, man. That don't make no sense. Like, y'all boys have got to do better. Like, you got to, man, listen. See, for me right now, man, I'm drowning myself in work. Like, I've been married 18 and a half years, so this is a good opportunity for my wife to miss me while I'm working all day. And I guarantee you, a woman rather her man be working all day than sitting at home all day doing nothing. Any woman with some sense and not codependent. And so I like it. Right now I'm working. I'm in my grind season. My wife get to miss me. Some nights I come home, she already in the bed sleep. But she tired because she get up 4:30 a.m. And so guess what? But we got a connection. So it's like, just when I get in there and I get in the bed, she could be almost about to go to sleep, and she goes into a deeper sleep. Now she could rest. I wrote a song about it and posted. I don't think I released it yet. But because that's that love and that's that connection. And y'all have to forgive me when I be talking when my wife texts me. Tating at a little get together at somebody's house today. Okay. And so that's what you got to realize and understand. That got to get it together. Fellas. Y'all stay out of that nonsense. Get your life right. Do what you got to do. Fall at the feet of the Lord. Fast. Do your 72-hour water fast. The next week, I'm going to tell you what changed my life as a man. I was living in England with my oldest son because he plays soccer. They call it football over there. And we was with a club training. And we lived in London for a little bit. We lived in Manchester for a little bit. But when we was in Manchester, before we got ready to come home, the last 2 weeks before we got ready to come home, week number 2, 2 weeks out, I did a 72-hour water fast. The next week, I did a 72-hour dry fast. My life has never been the same off of that. And that was 2024. And then what I do since then, I might do me a 24 to 48 hour fast. That fasting will help you develop a warrior-like strength. So it's like, when you go to my Instagram and you click on followers and you scroll through them followers, if you're a single man, you're going to see the prettiest women, the most successful women, other than Mackenzie Scott, but that's from Jeff Bezos, what he did. And she supported him, though. Other than Mackenzie Scott and Beyonce and Oprah, you're going to see the most successful women you ever seen in your life. You're going to see the prettiest women you ever seen in your life. And all of them women right there supporting me on that Instagram. And guess what? I ain't cheating with now one of them. You know why? The power of the Lord with that fasting, developing that warrior mentality, that warrior-like strength. Listen. And then I put stuff around me. So like today, this was my shirt I slept in last night. Pursuit of excellence. This ain't my brand. This ain't my thing. I got this from an event I went to at University of Texas a long time ago. It was an award ceremony for good men. And then see this behind me right here, consistency. Got that right up there. Got that right up there. Yeah. Right there. And remind myself, I got 12 black shirts that say consistency. Regular font, not cursive. And I wear them shirts every day in a row when I need to be consistent. Just like that right there. And if I have me a little out, give me a little bourbon, guess what? Get in that sauna. Sweat it out. Woo! Sweat it on out. Listen to me, man. You got to curate and create your ecosystem. You got to get to where you can get your mental where you need your mental. You got to have your mental. And this thing, I don't do nothing crazy. I don't do no supplements. I don't do no peptides, and I ain't taking no shots and all of that. No. Just fast when you need to fast. Pray. Live right. Do the right thing. I don't work out all the time either. I don't work out. You could tell. I get in there a week straight. Take me a week off. Week on, week off. Week on, week off. I'm too old, man. 41. I'm not been living all the ways. I ain't got nothing to prove. I'm not finna fight you. Shoot you right between your eyes. I ain't got nothing to prove. Like, come on. Keep that thing on me. We're not throwing hand. No. Sit down. Lay down. Shouldn't have tried me. Stand your ground. So it's like I'm not lifting all them weights for you. No. Absolutely not. And so listen, fellas, y'all got to curate your life. You got to get your life right. You got to do what you need to do. And go and get your life together. And do what you call to do. And keep your head up and keep going. But hey, God bless you. God bless you. We will be in touch. Do the right thing. All the important links in the description for the one-on-ones. And visit Tony Gaston Academy. 80 courses. One price per year. Them courses will change your life. Look at them and see what you need. We'll talk soon.